Hiya guys, my name is Jasmine and I am starting off my YouTube channel with a get ready with me. This is my very first YouTube video and I just wanted you guys to see my makeup routine. So basically I start off by priming my face with a Makeup Forever Nourishing Primer, and I just take the very slightest bit, because I have learned that if you take too much primer and you use too much, foundation will not want to stick to your face as it should. So I take just the slightest bit and basically just put it around my face. See? Tiniest bit. Rub it in. Next I take my foundation, which is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, and the stick. I am shade Y225. Now that you have your foundation on and fully blended out, I'm now going to take my concealer. I'm going to take the Tarte Shape Tape in the color Fair. And if you're like me, and you're a college student and have bags for days, you want to add a little bit more underneath the eyes. Now, you take your damp or your wet or your dry, like I'm using my dry, beauty blender and just buff it out. And what your concealer does is basically highlight your areas that you want to be highlighted, and also conceal areas that you are not too fond of in the moment. So now that you're all concealed, right here, because I'm the person to use a powder contour. If you are using a cream contour, now's the time to add it before you add your powder. But if you're like me and you use a powder contour, first I'm going to set my face, and I'm going to use a different beauty blender. This is my powder one. And I'm going to use my Kat Von D translucent powder, the Locket. And I found that this sponge doesn't work as well as just a regular sponge, so usually I just take this out, the top part, and I dip my sponge just straight in there, just like that. And then what I like to do is just pat some underneath the eyes. And when you're patting underneath your eyes and you're the type to want to bake, if you're the type that likes to conceal everything and you're like me and don't want those wrinkles underneath your eyes, make sure when you're baking you go back and forth to get in between all of your lines. So this is basically what I have on this eye. And then you take your powder, and again on this side. I like to set my nose because I'm one of those people that the foundation doesn't like to stick on my nose. So I'm one of those people that like to set my nose also with translucent powder. Set a little bit my forehead, my lip, and my chin. Not by the hairs on my chin, candy. And if you're like me and you like to be multi-purposeful, I take the sponge from the translucent powder that I actually don't use for this, and I will use it for my Fit Me, or Maybelline Fit Me, the setting powder for my foundation. And I will go just set my foundation, make sure everything's set. Because if you're like me and you don't want your foundation to transfer onto anything, you want to set it. You want to set your face using any setting powder. Now is the time that I like to do my eyeshadow, considering that I have baking powder underneath my eyes. And when you do your eyeshadow and you have a type of fallout, all you have to do is literally swipe it away. So now is the time that I like to do my eyeshadow. To prime my eyelids, I use the e.l.f. Cosmetics Sheer Eyelid Primer. And people have said that they don't like this primer, but for me it works. So this is what I tend to use. I tend to just put it on my finger, dab it on my eyes, and then blend. And it is perfectly okay to do your own makeup with your fingers. There's that. So now that my eyelids are both primed, I will take just a random brush. This is a crown brush. I have no idea where I got it from. Now that my eyelids are all primed and I'm ready to go, I like to start off with a neutral color to kind of offset that primer. So I will take this shade right here and the Morphe 35F palette, and I'll take that and I'll just tap off the excess, and I'll basically start by just putting that in the crease. So now that I have that color in kind of all of my eyelid, I try to focus it in the crease area, but sometimes it just goes everywhere, and it's not really big of a problem. I basically just go for more of a neutral eyeshadow, so for me it wouldn't be that much of a problem. I try to do a color that's closest to my skin color, just to kind of offset the whitish of the eyeshadow primer. So now I'm going to take this brown right here and kind of just swirl my brush around, pick up the product, tap it off. And I will just start to put that crease, outer corner of the eye, and start to work my way in. More product. Next, I will take this gold color, and I will pick that up with more of the packing side of the brush, more than just the blending. So I'll pick that up with the packing side of the brush. And I'll just basically pat, 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 pat. Pick up some product. A little bit more. And next, instead of blending it, I'm going to pat it on my eyes. I find that with more shimmery shades, tends to have, you see it less fallout when you pack it instead of just swirling it. So just pick up some product and pack it on. So now that this eye is finished, I'm going to go finish this eye off camera and I'll be right back. Hi guys, so now that I have both of my eyes done, this is the time that I like to do my brows, and literally my brows are horrendous right now, so I'll basically just show you what I do for my eyebrows. I don't do much. I will basically take a spoolie. I'll basically take the spoolie, brush them out. And then I will get this brow product. I'm not even sure where I got this from, honestly, because the label's almost off. So it has one side that is just basically a pencil, and then the other side is more of a, it spins off. It's more of like a pomade pencil, kind of. It's weird to understand, but I will show you guys how I do my brows. So I take the pencil and I'll just kind of make the front of my eyebrows more visible because I do not have very visible front of my eyebrows. And if you ever do one side that is way too dark, don't worry, you have a spoolie. You can just spoolie it out, and that's usually what I do. Because I always make the mistake of making one side darker than the other. So, basically, just spoolie it out. And then next, I will take the pomade side, I guess you can call it, and that's what I use to fill in the rest of my brow. Yeah. And then I'll just take my spoolie and spoolie him out again. So this is basically all I do for my brows. Like, my brows are done. Next, and this is when I will swipe away my powder underneath my eyes. So now that I have swiped away my powder, This is the time that I like to contour. What I use for contour is this Kate by Rimmel London, I'm guessing it's called. I take this contour shade, and I'm guessing it's 003 golden bronze. When you are contouring, you want to use more of an angled brush. You want to use an angled brush because it swifts nicely in the angle of your cheek. So now that you have mud on your face, I like to take an oval brush, and I use this for buffing out the contour. After you have your contour all buffed out, this is when I take back to the powder. I take it and I dip this side into the powder. And I will cut my cheekbones. So, now that is baking, like a cake, I will take this palette in the blush, and I basically just take a flat kabuki brush, you can call it. I'm just picking up product, and now that I'm all blushed and contoured, now I will take my Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero palette, and now this is for your highlight. And don't judge me because I need to get a new one because my dad broke it. But this is when I will take more of a rounded edge brush, and this is the brush from Tarte, right? Yeah, this is a brush from Tarte, and I'm going to take Forever Young. No, wait. I'm going to take Glow Getter. Take Glow Getter. This is what it looks like. Blinding! I'm going to take Glow Getter and I'm going to put it right. Ooh, girl. And now, usually people will add highlight right here because they contour their nose. But if you're like me and have a button nose, there's no need for contour. So I don't really contour my nose, but I still add highlight right there because I want to. Okay, now someone please take this away from me because I will continue to use it. But if you are like me and you like to have that little bit of inner glow in your inner corners, I like to take this iridescent white and I like to take a clean finger and I will just rub it, and that is going to go in the corner of my eye. Okay, so now that that's all done, I'm gonna wipe away this. And now a lot of beauty gurus on YouTube like to add either a colored liner or maybe a white liner to make their eyes look brighter. But me personally, I like to add black liner because I do have colored eyes, and to me that seems like, hey, you have green eyes. I'm like, yeah, I know I do. But I will take my black liner and add the smallest amount to the waterline. Don't mind my watery eye. And this is just a regular black liner by Revlon. Has this little, like, blending thing at the end of it, I guess you could say. But, now I like to take my eyelash curler. I use this one by Sally Hansen. And I'm gonna curl my eyelashes up to the gods. So now I like to take the Lights Camera Flashes mascara by Tarte and just apply some to my upper lashes. Now, me personally, I don't like to use mascara on my bottom lashes. I feel like I just don't have long enough bottom eyelashes, I guess, to make it even look okay. So I just like to add mascara to my top lashes. So now that that is done, me personally, I do not like to add false lashes, basically because I'm not good at it. So now that that is done, I am ready for lips. So now I'm going to line my lips with this lip pencil by L'Oreal in the shade Always Red. So now that my lips are all looking crazy and they're aligned with the pencil, I'm now going to take Jeffree Star's Lip Ammunition in the color Unicorn Blood. That's how it looks. And that is what I'm going to fill in my lips with. So, catch you back. So now that I have my lips all done, this is the final look. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.